Welcome back. Here is the beginning. Brent Edmonds welcoming you back. So the very first pillar that we're going to be going over and covering, okay, is the elite mindset. Okay, so you're going to see me be looking around because I always come prepared. Break it down, simplify things, make sure you know what you're going to be talking about. Okay, I mean, you're not going to be going up to a speech. You got an idea on what you're going to be saying in your speech, but typically you're going up with no cards, so you know what you're covering. Okay, and it doesn't mean that you don't know the topic at hand. It means that you're staying prepared and covering and making sure you're displaying the message that you want to the best and most effective way. Okay, so I mean, I got my notebook. Okay, all from my learning to get certified to be able to teach sports psychology. Okay, and we're going to be covering the strategies and all that. So back to elite mindset. Okay, so elite mindset is the stuff that you're pretty much doing every single day right here. So you're going to be doing the things, you're going to be living it. Okay, your elite mindset equals an elite perspective. What do I mean by that? Your perspective, first off, is your reality. The things that you think become reality, right? Okay, so majority of us, we try to vote in a president that's gonna to change things, right? Try him to change things, make our lives better. Typically, that doesn't happen, right? And we try to rely too much on that. One man is not going to fix our lives. It's not going to happen. We can't. Okay, I mean, we could be living in like one of the worst neighborhoods, but we can do something every single day to be able to change that. What's that one thing that we're going to figure out that we're going to be good at in order to impact others and maybe be able to change our financial situation, right? Say we live in a house and the sink barely works, or it's plugged up and you don't got the money to go call the plumber to fix it and all that. What's your alternative to be able to get out of that situation? A, make that extra money, find a way to get that plumber to come fix it, or B, find another place to live. Either way, you're changing your life financially to be able to go fix it. Okay, so it's all about looking for the positives out of things. We get so trained nowadays, especially in mainstream media and social media, on all the negative things. Okay? Actors and actresses they're not perfect and they're people, but they're always portrayed as perfect, right? One thing that, if they do one thing that's out of character, say they get in trouble, everybody knows, and they get a lot of beef, right? As we call it, they get some beef on social media, they get beef everywhere. Look at Baker Mayfield right now. He's getting a lot right now. Honestly, if he were to do some of this and add it in, I think he would be a really good quarterback in the NFL. But that's why the Browns are moving on, because he hasn't shown that growth. Alright, so anyway, elite perspective. So the things that we think are the things that we bring to life, right? Our imagination is so strong that if we're constantly filled with negative, right? Constantly filled with negative, that's how our mindset's going to be, right? So, elite perspective. This is one thing I learned, and of course it got brought up here, is the FedEx logo, right? Just look at the FedEx logo. Do we see anything in the FedEx logo that sticks out? Because honestly, once you start opening up your mind, that's all it is opening up your mind. Okay? No, being able to accept that mistakes happen, losses happen, and they're all learning opportunities to be able to get better. So, I will guarantee you, if you have not seen this and known this, you're going to see it every single time that you see FedEx. Look at the E and the X. You'll see an arrow. That arrow is to resemble transportation, right? They are a transportation company. They're going to get it from point A to point B to get you your product. That arrow's always been there. When they first made this logo, that arrow has always been there. Some people just don't notice it. But when you open up your mind to different perspectives, you got to choose which one will be the most beneficial to you. Okay, so enough on that. Let's bring you back. Let me just exit out of that real quick. And then another one. I love this hat, by the way, by Baseballism. They're not paying me to show you this hat, but I love this hat, by the way. It's comfortable. I believe it's New Era. I don't even remember. No, Baseballism brand. Okay. Look at that. I mean, the arrows there are pretty simple to see. They stick out. Some may not notice it. They may just see a 3. Every time I see it, I see 3 up, 3 down. Okay, that is a pitcher's job. You face 3 guys, you sit down 3 guys, you get 3 outs, you gotta throw 3 strikes. Okay, get them out in 3 pitches, however you want to view it. So you gotta open up your mind, open up your perspectives. Okay, so you will be provided an assessment. You go through this assessment. I can't show you the assessment right at this moment, actually. Yes, I can. Making an excuse. Can't make excuses. I'm just gonna plug this in real quick. We'll get up the assessment real quick. And the key in the assessments, you gotta be 100% honest about yourself when asked those questions and answer them as honestly as you possibly can to see exactly where you're at. Okay, this first assessment is gauging your mindset. Okay, growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. Okay, see where you're at. Growth mindset is that you're motivated and you're productive. Like, you always see the possibility to be able to grow out of each situation. Fixed mindset is that you think that you're born with a certain ability level and you're stuck there. Okay, I mean, how many people have been maybe told that, like, oh, you were born this way, there's nothing you can do about it. Well, that's a fixed mindset, right? You'll see a lot of poverty-stricken areas. Maybe you're in that area, but you'll see a lot of fixed mindsets there. Okay, through their environment, like, hey, this is just the way things are. There's nothing I can do to change that. False. You can. You're in control of your life. You're in control of those situations and how you respond to it. Okay. So let me just show you the assessment and how you're going to be going through it. So real quick, let's go in right here. Assessment strategies, pillars. So you can I'm going to give you Carol Dweck's because you're going to have much more time. Instead of me working with you individually, we've got to speed it up. I can show you both, but I'm going to give you Carol Dweck's. Okay, so these are just some simple questions. Okay, simple questions. Let's scroll up. Okay, when do you feel most alive? When is a time that adversity has caused you to break? And when is there a time that adversity has caused you to break through to a high level? Okay, so just some simple questions. Okay, actually, I will provide both for you. You go through, the questions. Yes, there's some spelling things, I had to do it off my notebook. So off a computer document, a PDF. So it came out looking like this. Unfortunately, in Pages, I don't know how to fix it. But actually, I will be getting it in Google Docs, so it may look a little bit different than what you're seeing right here. So Carol Dweck's is, let's go to Carol Dweck's. Okay, you'll be getting this as well. Okay, and it's going to give you, how to score it, on each one. But you're just going to go through strongly agree, disagree, strongly disagree. Okay, answer these questions as honestly as you can. Okay, if you're on the younger side and you struggle to know what the meaning of these words are, do it with your parent. Make sure you understand the question at hand. Okay, so you can answer it and think it through the best that you can. And then go through, add them all up, tally it, see where your points are, see where your mindset's at. Okay? So let's exit out of that. Let's come on back. So with the elite mindset, you're going to do the assessment first. Okay, see where you're at currently right now. You can look over the informal assessments, answer those. Just get like a notebook, answer those. And then, when we apply this, we got to be able to talk the talk and walk the walk. Okay? So me, myself, I got this vision for myself. What am I doing? I'm like yesterday, I took a shower in the afternoon. Right, and it relaxed me a little bit that I almost was unmotivated until I looked at my schedule. And I'm like, nope, I gotta do it today. I gotta do it today. Like, if I'm gonna be doing this, I gotta talk the talk and walk the walk. So, if I'm gonna preach it, I gotta do it. Okay. And then also, praise the process. Okay, if you're going through this process, be around people that are gonna praise you for your process and your hard work. Okay, that's getting the positive feedback that you need, to help you develop that elite mindset. Okay, it's all about the process. Look at Nick Saban. He preaches the process. Preaches. Okay, and there's no one better in the sport in college football than him. Preaching the process. Okay, praises the process. It's not about winning a national championship week one. It's about building up. Urban Meyer was the same way when he was coaching at the college level. Tried doing it at the pro level, but for some reason it just, you never really see it work out too well. The NFL, those guys are getting paid now, and they're not working at the same level that he's used to. So, first strategy that you're going to use is signs of success. So what you're going to do, whatever you formulate your goal to be, okay, you're going to create signs. You're going to hang them up. And those are like your daily reminders, like, respect, family. Put up like some key words, and stick them on your wall so you see them every single day. They're messages for you to grow. Okay? If you're motivated by money, put business. You put something to do with money that's going to remind you of that message. Okay. E plus R equals O. E plus R equals O. E stands for events. Okay. Can we control the events? If you can't, how do you respond? Which is the R. So E, event, plus R, response, equals O, outcome. Okay? Your response dictates what the outcome will be. Okay, say you're married, right? You're the man. Trash. You gotta get it out, and it's still sitting there, and your wife gets upset that the trash hasn't been taken out. Right? You can choose to respond to that event when she gets on you and reminds you about taking out the trash. You can either respond, why don't you do it? I do it all the time. Or B, you can just get up, take it out, boom. So that response right there, you're not going to get any kind of negative backlash. First one, you might be sleeping on the couch, right? That's just one example. So, say your event's a tornado, right? Something out of your control. And it already came through, wiped out some houses in the process. Hopefully in this scenario, nobody passed, okay? So let's just say a tornado came through, wiped out a bunch of empty houses. But they were owned, right? But nobody was home. But you're one of the owners of those houses. So you can either freak out and think that it's the end. Well, that's going to be the outcome that you have, is the negative outcome from your negative thinking. But if you respond in a positive way, you're going to make the outcome the best that you can out of that situation. Okay, you see where I'm going with that? Alright, so 2 of the strategies that you're going to be provided is to start, stop, continue. Okay, these can be daily, these can be weekly. Okay, make sure you set it on your phone like a timer, like, hey, you gotta do your start, stop, continue. So, one thing that you need to start doing. One thing that you need to stop doing. And then another thing that you already are doing well and you need to continue to do. Okay? So, I will show you that real quick. Start, stop, continue. And it's simple. You're going to get this, you print it off, or you can put it down in a notebook, start, you write it out. One thing that you need to stop, you write it out. One thing that you need to continue, write it out. Right? And they're all based on your goals. So, say you're a pitcher and you want to do a better job throwing your curveball for strikes, or your slider. Right? So one thing I need to start doing, I need to start working my reference points better to be able to throw that pitch for strikes consistently. And when I don't want to throw for strikes, this is what I need to do. Okay? One thing that you need to stop. You need to maybe stop having a tight grip. Maybe loosen up your grip. You need to potentially stop on overthinking on throwing that pitch. Okay? And then one thing to continue is pounding both sides with my fastball. Okay? Command to both sides of the plate with my fastball. Okay? And, you know, that could just be like a little quick example that you could do. Okay? And last one. Let's exit out of that. Last one is noticing your BFS. Okay, BFS is your body language, your focus, and your self-talk. Okay? When you start recognizing those things, like, what is my body doing when things start to get a little bit more negative compared to when things are going good? What happens to my focus? What am I thinking when things start getting a little bit harder compared to when they're going well? Okay, and what's my self-talk like? Am I doubting myself? Am I saying, I hope I don't do this, I hope I don't do that? Instead of saying, you know, this is what I need to do. Okay, I've got this. You know, just some simple things. So when you start recognizing those things, you can fix it right away. Okay, so a BFS exercise that you're going to be provided is this one, a little chart. Okay, and you're going to go through it. And I thought my mouse was working. Maybe I got to line it back up. There we go. Okay, at my best, when I struggle. Okay, what is your body language? When you're at your best, when you struggle. What is your focus at your best, when you struggle? What is your self-talk like when you're at your best and when you struggle? Okay, so at my best, my body language is tall, my body language doesn't slump, I'm never angry, I'm never throwing stuff. Okay, when I struggle, those are the things that occur. You know, I may throw my stuff, I may put my head down, I may be heavy breathing. Okay, what's my focus level like? Well, when I'm at my best, I'm 100% focused on the task at hand. Okay, 100% focused on the game. Okay, I'm looking at every little detail. When I struggle, I may stop paying attention for a little bit. I may be trying to get whatever's off my mind, or I may hold on to it, leading into the next thing. Okay, and what is my self-talk? Typically at my best, I'm not really talking to myself. I'm staying focused. Okay, so my self-talk is virtually it's virtually not even there. But when I'm struggling, I'm saying, why am I still in? Why, you know, take me out? Different stuff like that, which is negative and shows that you shouldn't be in the game, but I may be the best option at that moment. Okay? So go through that list and list those out. Alright, so make sure you go through, do those exercises, make sure you do them the next 5 days. Make it a part of your habit. Start recognizing those things. And you're going to see a huge difference in just your mindset alone. Okay, and this is just step 1. Okay, I'm going to be giving you step 2 here in a moment. Okay, and step 2 is going to unlock in the next 5 days. Okay, so I will see you guys in 5 days. Make sure you start doing this stuff every single day. Bye for now.